Hey, 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 you know what time it is.
It's time for the Heart to Heart Journey to Unconditional Love podcast.
That's right. And I'm your host, Delay Bloomer. That is my co-host, Harlem Brown. And Harlem Brown, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up?
Hey, what it do, what it do, what it do? How are you? Yes, we know. I'm a little jealous because, I don't have any paraphernalia. I'm a little jealous about it, but it's all good.
I got you. I got you. You're gonna get
Mm-hmm,
the whole lineup. I got you. I got you.
mm-hmm.
No, so but what's going on? What we talking about today? I know we little, little behind on our podcast, but what we got for the masses? I know we got something good because the last series that
The
read
last series was really, really good.
man,
I rewatched it again today. It was really good.
I'm
So,
still like, and I hope the audience didn't, I was being transparent. I was being transparent, man, because I needed to be, because I needed to stop lying to myself as far as the red flags that I had in my life, and hopefully, and not even hopefully, I already started working on them. I already um, turning red flags green because now I understand. I mean, I really didn't realize it, but in some instances I did. Um, but I don't want to be that person. And this is what the podcast is all about. So I can be forthcoming and tell you guys, listen, I'm not perfect. I mean, I know we do this podcast, but we're working on ourselves too. Well, at least I'm working on myself. I can't speak for Harlem Brown. I'm working on
yeah,
myself too
it's a
because I want
daily.
to be here. You said
It's
what?
something that you do daily. I mean, yeah, I have to work on myself daily. Like it's a daily thing. It's something as you realize things and as you um look at your life and where you want your life to, what you want in your life, you have to make the adjustments. You have to work on yourself. You have to be the person that somebody that, that you want to, you want to be the person that someone else, like I want to be able to say what, like when how people say, would you date you? And I'm like, yeah.
Now, hold on. I would date me,
Yeah,
maybe.
you would.
Yeah, I would. You know, I would probably tell myself no. I'd probably say nah, because I do need to get rid of some of these red flags. And um, would I date me now? I would get, I'm close to say yes, I would date me because um, I am eliminating those red flags. I am adjusting. I am seeing not so much what I did wrong in the past, but how I even raised the red flags to other people. And I've realized that. So now I can lower them flags and plant my green flag there just because of this podcast. Because I wouldn't have even thought about it if we didn't have the podcast. So it's how important the podcast, believe me, is important for you guys and the audience out there. Very important for you because that's what we do. That is the
Right.
purpose that God has given us to be put in your lives. But He also had us look in the mirror and say, hey, this podcast is for you too. So I get it.
Exactly.
I get it. So, but
Exactly.
let's we can. That's what we're gonna segue into this. So, part of having those red flags is if you do have red flags, how do you show up for your partner? How do you be
Yeah.
there for your partner?
That's
So
that's
that's the new.
that's big.
That's this is what we talking about now.
Yep.
Because of that, it led us to how do you show up for your partner? Because a lot of times, think about it. A lot of times we think we are there for our partners. We think we got their back. We think we support them. Think that we're giving, their undivided attention and all that. And we realize when you dissect it, you're not really there for your partner. And there are
That's it.
signs.
Yeah, and that's a hard thing to deal with because you genuinely think that you're doing the best that you can to show up for your partner. But I think a lot of times what we miss is that we do not find out how our partner needs us to show up for them. Because I think a lot of times we take how we show up for friends or family or whoever and say, I can apply this to the same situation, but not necessarily. Sometimes it takes a little bit, it takes a little different way of showing up. Maybe somebody doesn't need all that you have poured into somebody else. Maybe they just want you to be there. Maybe they just want somebody to lean on just to say, I'm just grateful that somebody is here with me through this. Not necessarily that you got to fix it. I just want somebody here with me. So I think, we miss that when we perceive what we think is showing up for somebody. And I think this is a good segue into it, so we can just talk about the different ways that you can show up for each other.
Well, let's start there. Just showing up doesn't mean that you're there for your partner, that you're
Exactly.
showing up for your partner. And I know that's redundant, but it's the truth.
Right.
Because, yeah, you're there, but are you really there? Like, just to say, well, I came to your thing and I supported you, it's not good enough. There's a thing where people do come, they do show up for their partner reluctantly. So you got
Yeah.
to show up with love. You got to show up with that same enthusiasm that they have about what they're doing. Is it
Exactly.
hard? No, because if you're supporting your partner, you should be just as geeked as they are about what they have. Well, I don't like staying at no long, drawn out award ceremonies, and you're with the one you love and they're celebrating her or him. Be there and really be there. Don't just show up. You really have to show up for your partner.
I
Be
think that's
behind.
huge.
You see what I'm saying? So
That's
let's
huge.
we got the elephant out the room. We didn't address the elephant in the room because I think a lot of us think we show up for our partners because we're there physically, but we're not there all the way. And that's mentally, that's
Right.
communication wise. Like, even having that communication where, yeah, I'm so proud of you. Um, and knowing that, this person really is into what I'm into, or into what I'm being awarded for, or into what I'm talking to them about. Because that's how a partner knows that you're showing up for them because they can feel it. When your partner is faking it, you've been together long enough. And even if the new people, you'll find out that they're not genuine because they don't come off genuine. It may look like it, but at the end of the day, it's the one thing you ask the question. So, how did you like this? And they'll be like, what? Like the whole thing, like you, and this that goes right over their head, and they're like, oh, but I was listening, I was paying attention, and they really weren't. So,
Yeah.
um,
I think that's
but
a
I'll
big
let
thing. I
yeah,
think that's a huge thing, to show up and be present. It is kind of hurtful because you feel like you have somebody who is by your side, and you expect them to show up for you, but when they don't, it is kind of hurtful. Like, well, I was here. Well, I said, well, you knew why I couldn't, or it's unkind. So we got to be kind. I mean, it's love is kind.
yeah. So,
We can preach patience all day, but if we're not kind,
yeah, yeah. So let's kind of expand on that since we got the elephant in the room. Physically being there doesn't mean you showed up for your partner. Now,
mhm,
how the partner knows that you're there for them, you have that connectivity. Y'all are connected and you feel it and you know it. You know when you're connected to your person and they need you and they be like, they you see them woo saw like, thank you, or you even get a thank you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That they'll look over to you and give you that silent, like, I appreciate that you're here for me. And how does that person know that? Because they can feel you. The one thing that you can fake a lot, but when it really comes to when a person really needs you, they feel it. That emotion. That's something that it's too um, important to them for them not to feel something that's out of whack of off balance if you're not showing up for your partner the way that you need to show up for them. What do you think about that? I mean, because to me, that's the crucial thing about, again, showing up and actually being there for your partner.
I think that that's true. There is a knowing, there's a feeling, there is a um the support is already noted, is well noted. Um I do think that a lot of times in those situations, in a lot of situations where people don't feel that they're supported, it's because it comes through as, not necessarily sitting with them. It's not necessarily that feeling of this person is here with me. It's the feeling that this person is here with me. Like,
Yeah.
I know that makes, I mean, I'm just saying no, where's the depth in it? Where is the excitement in it? Where's the enthusiasm in it? And then also, there's times where you can be with somebody and be like, oh yeah, that's great. And they're like, you're not really feeling it like I feel it. It's not that
Right.
the person didn't feel it like you feel it. They're trying to express it, that they are happy for you and everything is good. But if you're looking for a certain reaction, or how about help me, how about share more with me so I can be just excited as you are. If you say, oh, I'm getting an award tomorrow for best person on the job, and but all of this has been building up all this time, best person in the job, and you got the excitement from all of the things that you're going through in your job, but you're not necessarily sharing that with your person, right? But you want that person to get to that level that you were at by just finding out. So if they're just like, "Yay, that's amazing," or "That's great," and you're like, "Oh, you're not excited as I am," like, you didn't even give me the you didn't build up all of the stuff that you have built up with yourself, and now you feel some kind of way that the person is not as excited. They
And
are
I'm
as excited, but they are excited for you, but they wasn't involved in all of the grandness of it. So give
and I'm
them,
glad you brought that up
yeah.
from the other side. You went ahead of what we was gonna do, but that's good
I didn't know.
but it means a lot, and that's what I was gonna say. So when um a person can only be as excited as you if you are as if you let them in. And I look at it as from this point in this perspective. Imagine if you're walking, um, let's say you're walking home, it's dark, it's late at night, you're walking together. You both feel safe because you were with each other. That's a way to kind of look at what we mean showing up for your partner. When you have that enthusiasm for your other partner, or you allow the other person, your partner, to have enthusiasm for you, you feel safe. And when you reciprocate it back to the partner who's the one who needs you to show up for them, they feel safe. And when you feel safe, what is that? You relax. You're not as
Absolutely.
anxious. You just saying that comfort level is there because your partner is with you and on the same page with you. And that's what we mean by showing up for your partner. Um, that's what it takes to show up for your partner. If you didn't know, don't just think that you can go through the motions.
Going through the
You
motions
can,
is not showing up for your partner.
not
Going
at
through the
all.
motions is not showing up for your partner, and brushing it over and fixing it is not showing up for your partner. Sitting with the emotion with your partner is showing up for your partner. Being there as a support is showing up for your partner, but as a real support, not necessarily just Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, that's great. But like you got to be, you got, and I think that's where it like when you have a partner, and it just depends on what your partner is. Like you have to, like if that is your partner and that's who you really want to be with, you want to show up for them. You want to see them happy. You want to see them. You want to see them. You want to see them blow up. You want all of the things. It's like whatever. Like your desires is my desires because I can see the smile on your face when those things happen. So I want that for you. I don't think that. I think that's where we get. Um, that's where kind of the disconnect starts to come from, because I don't know if this person would be happy for me for this, or if they would be happy for me for that. So I don't really want to include them in that, or I don't want to include them in this. If it excites you and it makes you happy, then it should excite your partner and make your partner happy as well, because your partner
Hands down.
only wants to see you happy.
Hands down. And I know our time is up, and it looks like this is another series there, Harlem Brown, because we only got to like one or two things for showing up for your partner. So I want to do that, but you know what we got to do? We got to let the people know about the scripture.
Absolutely.
What we got? What we got? Can you? It's
We have
Philippians 2. It's
2,
2, 3, and 4.
2, 3 through 4.
3 through 4. Okay.
Yeah, I got the numbers up there, so it's kind of running together. Okay.
That's okay.
Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself, not looking for your own interests, but each of you.
That is powerful. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, which means, and we're not saying lower yourself, we're not saying dumb yourself down. We're saying you can't do anything. Well, and I'm gonna go a little bit off topic right now because this is gonna help somebody out there. You can't be in a relationship if you're selfish. Selfless love makes a relationship go. Selflessness makes a relationship go. And then the scripture is reiterating it now. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility. See, that's the key. In humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interest, but each of you. So when it comes to your partner, don't be jealous that your partner is winning an award. And like, oh, that's for you. I'm gonna give you your day, your son-in-law. No, share it with them.
I think that's the biggest thing. You gotta you have to share it's not out of selfish ambition. Like, and understand your partner. If your partner is not a selfish person, they're not doing this they're not trying to like do anything to out of it. Like, you don't have to be selfish with it. Like, let's celebrate together. Your partner genuinely wants
to. They're not trying to outshine you. They're not trying to be better than you. They're not saying they are better than you.
They just want to see you. I just don't understand. Like, you just want to see somebody happy. You want to see them. You want to see them grow. You want to see them grow, glow. You want to see all of those things in them. So why not celebrate them along this of every step of the way?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just celebrating the small wins sometimes that allows your partner to understand, like, you really here with me on this one, right? Yeah. Because if I can say, things, I'm working toward this project and I haven't gotten to the finish line, but I got this part done, or I got this part done, just to like, all right, look, just a little small win, kid, and your partner is with you on that journey, helps you to just gives you the push that you need sometimes, just to go the extra mile, just to have something to say, you know what, I want him to be proud of me again, so I'm gonna tell him about this one, and I'm gonna tell him about this one. And just that feeling that you get when you have somebody like that in your corner, it's amazing. And that way, it means a lot. Yeah, and it goes both ways. It goes both ways.
It means a lot, but it brings a closeness to you, that safe space. It brings that to you. And when you have that and when you experience it, it's amazing. But again, it takes both partners to realize and recognize and to have that selflessness so that you can have the other person show up for you. Because a lot of times your partner wants to show up for you, but you don't really want them to show up in that way because you think you're either being a burden to them, you're you don't want to bother them, you know that they're under some stress and doing other things. No, that's why you come together. That's why you pray. That's why you do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. That's why you have humility and value others above yourselves. Because when you do that, you can allow your partner and show up for your partner, and you can allow your partner to show up for you. And that's the key. That's the message we want to get over to you. But this has got to be another series all about, because I know our time is up. So I'm gonna give you the last word, and then we're gonna go from there.
I just encourage you to go and read Philippians 2, 3 through 4, because I believe I cut off 4 a little bit, but on the next one, I'll have a whole one because it looks like it's too long for this one banner. But yeah, I just say reread this, understand it, and let it resonate in your heart and spirit, because I think that's where we have the disconnect, where we have to learn that our partners are safe spaces because they want to see us succeed. And so why not share those little wins in order to build that grand, finish line that you can celebrate and just enjoy each other through that journey of whatever it is that you're showing up for your partner for. And it goes both ways. It goes from whether it's a celebration or whether it's a hard time to get through together. I think when you get to the finish line, those things are the things that bring you together. When you have the person who you can actually share those things with without feeling burdensome or scared to share it because I don't know how this person will take it or how they would feel, or this is what you feel. So if that's what you feel, then give your significant other the opportunity to sit in that space with you. They'll let you know if they can handle it or not.
Absolutely. So we're going to make this a series. It has to be because I enjoyed the conversation. And as we in all our podcasts, trying to do something to keep you in your same place. But when you actually do something, your place has no limitations. I am your host, Delay Bloomer. That is my co-host, Harlan Brown. And we see you next week.
See you next week.
Yes.